Let's suppose that now I want to go through another use case, and it's pretty common, I think, within the DBT space and doing data development in general, is that as I was working through all those different things, new data then got loaded into our databases, right? Essentially, there is like new tables that are ingested from our data engineering team, so we need to make sure that those things are kept there and worked out in sync. I'm going to go and use now another feature we have in Paradime, which is the ability to use the agent to update our YAML files in very different ways. And this example will be about updating sources, but it will be about updating pretty much anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on this for now to bring some visibility there. And I'm going to go and I'm going to start. I want to start completely from scratch here. So the scenario here is I have some data related to the former one data sets I'm working on, and I want the agent to update that sources.yml. So I can use this feature called attachment, where I can search for a file and I can search for my sources.yml file. And here I'm basically now prompting the agent to look exactly into that file and find relevant tables in that schema in Snowflake to understand what has changed and how that file needs to be updated. So those are those sort of tasks, and they're very time consuming. It's hard to maintain, usually track on those changes. It's hard to keep those all in sync. With this now, we can simply let the agent do this for us. It went about and said, okay, I'm comparing what is in the current sources of YAMLs in DBT. I'm comparing these against what are the tables available within that existing schema. And I'm actually now generating or updating my YAML file with those new tables. So the agent is able to do all these things for us just by providing them a sources of the YAML file and telling what we're after. This can be particularly useful. I know that in many cases, tables and particularly schemas can contain a lot of tables, a lot of columns. So how do we keep track of those? How do we update them? The agent is a pretty powerful tool to help us doing those kind of tasks as part of our DBT development. So this is the wrapping up on now generating the file. We'll see what the diffs are in here. And as you saw also just earlier, it's like every time we make those changes to the file, the agent is providing us with this option to accept or reject, right? So this is where we talk about having the human in the loop, so that if I don't want to add this, or if I want to change or remove or modify anything of the output, then the agent just generates. I will just choose to click on accept or reject in any way I like. And I'm going to go ahead and click accept here. And we complete our second task as well, which is, again, updating YAML files and working with YAML files in general for different purposes. So